Okay, here we go again. Well, thanks, OBS. You didn't tell me that the audio is fucked. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, there it is. Alright, everybody, use this time to get ready. We'll use this time to use the bathroom, use the bathroom, get food and drink. We'll be going ready in about 5 minutes. Hope to see you then. No? Okay. There we go. How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mika Tanui, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well? Did you guys rested well? Did you guys have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter, and if you will, or you can just sit back and relax. But how is everyone doing today? I'm doing alright. In fact, things are a little bit chilly, but it's not stopping us from actually celebrating today. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody in the Paper Plane Inn. I hope that your day is actually doing all right. Today is the day of love, but I know that while romantic love is very much right there in your face, I would like to also say that I in this house that we accept love in all of its 4 other forms. Well, there's a additional few, but there I would say the core 4, if you will. There's agape, which is when it comes to unconditional love. There's storge, which is family love. Philia, when it comes to friends, platonic love between friends, and of course there's eros, which is romantic love. So yeah, I am hoping that you guys have a good Valentine's Day. In this house, it's not just that we celebrate love between lovers, but we also celebrate love between friends and love with the community. And I am forever gonna be grateful to say I am so thankful that you guys are here, and I am so thankful that you guys are with me through this day. But yeah, today's the day we actually get to design, my belly is filled with chocolate to this day. You know what? That's fair. But welcome back, Boy Splatty. Soulburner, Melanie, welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. But yeah, today is the day we actually get to do another Patreon art that is I actually posted out there into my channel, and I am only gonna be bringing this thing once. Patreon is my go-to site that you can actually it's my other site that you can actually help support me, if you will, aside from Twitch's subs, where you can get additional rewards with that is ranging from just this previews to the sneak peek and previews to Mac freaking timestamps, time-lapse stamps, and as well as the much more bigger rewards, which is the headshots, if you will, the monthly headshots. The Patreon helps me it helps me when it comes to improving my art, and you also help me out when it comes to getting me through the day, and as well as for paying the bills of the month. And this time around, we are actually going to be voting for what Patreon, my people on Patreon did when it comes to the poll, which can be accessible for those who are in tier 1. I made the biggest oopsie, if you will. I know that today would been the day where I get to draw out when it comes to what our NPC farm boy is going to be, but then I remember that today is Valentine's Day, so we're gonna actually go switch that thing around, which will be next stream's problem, and we are actually gonna focus in when it comes to our actual Valentine's Day project, if you will, which is chat, which is where we're gonna go straight to the podium so we can actually explain this further. Okay? Alright, so now let me go ahead and undeafen that so I don't forget, and let me go straight to my Patreon so that way people would also know what I'm talking about. I made a poll in Patreon where I get to ask people for a kiss piece, if you will, based on this one meme that is floating around in Blue Sky, that you get to pick which couple which pose you want to go for this one, if you will. And I asked the people which pose we should actually go for with this, and then I posted a second poll, which is a part 2, where we get to actually vote for which couple would actually fit for the winning kiss. And I decided to go ahead and just go for the choice of 3. It's either Fergus and Nessa, Loki and Violette, and Carver and Rose. these two. Now, and it took a while for us to actually see who is the winning couple for this. And the winner of the... Oh, Jackson Dragon, hi, welcome back, It's good to see you again. Don't mind me, chat. I was just trying to find, where the hell did I put my glove, art glove? I could have sworn I actually had it. Okay, hold that thought, chat, let me just grab something real fast. Okay. There we are. Okay. Ugh. The art glove disappears. I know, right? And it's kind of annoying as giblets. But hello there, White Warrior. It's nice to actually see you here. But yes, I asked the people in Patreon to vote which of the two kissing pose will do, and which winning couple will also do. And the people in vote had spoken in Patreon. And the winning pose for this is... Okay, let me just increase the size, if you will. And the winning pose for part 1 is this one right here. And for our next and then the people on Patreon also spoken for which will be the couple for this pose. And the winning couple for this year's Valentine's for the Kiss Challenge is... Drum roll, please. This Loki and Violette for this one. As much as I really wish it's either Fergus and Nessa or Carver and Rose, it can't be helped. It can't be helped. I'm sure there'll be more for them next time, or I could just make my own content. But oh well. Yes, Loki and Violette are the ones who won for this year's Kiss Challenge pose, so we're gonna actually do
nice.
that. Oh, hi, Runia.
Hello. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing all right too. We're gonna be doing the next challenge for we're actually gonna do another thing that people on Patreon voted for. And and yeah, I was hoping for Fergus and Nessa, but this is all right. Don't worry. I'm sure that we'll make something different for those two. I'm sure. And yes, I've already managed to make the sketch already for this, and most of it I have yet to actually draw out the finer details for this, but nothing a little bit of elbow grease and and spit shine won't hurt. But how are you doing, Runia?
About as well as can be. Like, I still don't have my car back, and it's largely because it snowed.
I hope that your car does get situated soon, honest.
Yeah, but truth be told, that's about the worst that I have to work with. Twitch payout came out yesterday. My partner gave me Vintage Story, which I am absolutely pleased about. And I've been kind of obsessing over Abiotic Factor during my week off.
Oh, nice! Okay, let me try to work on this, and let's also kill off that, just so we can have a frame of reference, if you will. I mean, sure, I've already made the pose for this, but it's, yeah, okay, now you are hyped? I mean, well, you are one of our bigger fans when it comes to the Mario D&D campaign. Okay. But yeah, I was actually surprised that Loki and Violette actually won for this year's Kiss piece for Valentine's Day. I mean, I kind of can see the writing on the wall, considering the fact that with the Mario campaign is so mainly focused compared to how when it comes to the other couples. I honestly do not blame them, you know?
Speaking of which, my safe haven campaign finished this Wednesday.
Oh, how does it feel to actually see it end, have it reach its ending chapters?
It felt phenomenal, especially with how hard I rocked the boss. How hard all of us rocked that boss.
Okay, let me go ahead and let me go.
It was a phenomenal Weird West story about greed. And it was so phenomenal. And the character I played was probably the best I have ever had the pleasure of creating and, role playing.
Are you gonna miss that character?
Hell yeah. Like, there's some talk maybe they'll come back for like some sort of bizarre holiday special, but it definitely was so much fun. Because again, this was a character that I was sitting and being like, okay, so I'm given this Weird West a chance to play a Weird West game. But there are a couple of points I really want to bring to this whole thing. And just a tabletop in general. And that is that I decided to play not only a wizard in Pathfinder, because everyone keeps going on and on about how terrible the new wizard is after remastered, about how casters in Pathfinder are so low powered and whatnot compared to D&D, and I'm just like, okay, hold up. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna prove to you just how potent they still are. And then I also decided the other big discourse that keeps showing up is the whole thing of disabled people don't belong in fantasy. There's no reason why they would be. I'm like, no, there's plenty of reason why you would be. And the entire reason you're an adventurer in the first place is because you're out of the norm. On top of that, it is also a case of being an adventurer is the only way to get what you want.
They're not wrong.
They aren't wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Duh. Okay.
I know. You like to, well, not like to, but you do typically fumble your words a fair bit. It's one of your endearing charms.
I don't know. Sometimes it's a charm, sometimes it's a detriment, and I don't know which. It kind of flip flops sometimes. But,
Yeah, and exactly, everyone.
let's see.
But the thing here is that a great deal of time you get some amazing characters, especially when they have a disability they're trying to overcome or just take in stride. In this particular case, I made a character that was missing a leg, missing an eye, and had so much damage done to their throat that they lost their voice. And I was playing a wizard. So you have to imagine, but Runia, how can you play a wizard if they don't have a voice? Isn't vocals important to spellcasting? To which I say, yes. That's why you have a familiar with touch telepathy and speech.
Is there a difference between when it comes to playing as wizard for D&D and Pathfinder?
Night and day. Because you have to understand that Pathfinder does cleave a lot more, again, to the old Vancian system. Now, technically D&D still does this, but they're a little... I'm sorry, there is almost very little functional difference spellcasting-wise between a wizard and a sorcerer. The only big thing they have is that sorcerers get a limited pool that they just are like, okay, let me just use this spell slot for this spell that I have memorized, whereas the wizard pretty much is like, okay, I've prepared these spells for the day. These slots are specifically, for these here. And both of them could just still upcast the spells. It's like, oh my goodness. Ah!
Oh dear.
what is the difference? Other than, well, sorcerer has meta magic and wizard has schools.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay, let's.
So yeah. But nonetheless, and here's the thing as well. Because of the remaster, they made some changes to the wizard. Some of the stuff is on cantrip level, but the most important thing for wizard in general is the fact that they dropped the typical spell schools that you're familiar with. Abjuration, necromancy, conjuration, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that, Jexo, but the problem is that mechanically, how different are they on a spellcasting level? Like, I should feel like I'm playing a wizard, not sorcerer with a slightly different focus.
Hold on.
Like, I get it on a conceptual level, what they are meant to be. But, it's annoying. But yeah, as I was saying, they dropped those types of spell schools and instead they went for school curriculums. You're not just learning necromancy. Oh, no, sorry. You're not just learning conjuration. You are learning civic wizardry. So it's everything that's related to building things, including, I want to say, magnetism or, hey, hydraulic push. Or, what is it? Hydraulic torrent? Something like that. Where it's like, it's a firefighting spell, so on and so forth. And this is what I played, by the way, a civic wizard.
Ah.
And I tell you what, the amount of time, like, all I did was build walls, dig ditches, occasionally shot a railgun at people. One time I killed a mimic without using a single offensive spell.
None?
Yeah, I killed a mimic with a non-offensive spell.
Thanks for the plush. Thanks for the cupcakes and plushies.
Top ace. Okay, so spoilers for anyone that wants to sit down and watch the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But what it came down to was coming to this particular mansion we had to investigate. And the big thing there was that the first obstacle was of course, the door. Door was forced open, and it turned out there was an electric wall on the other side. It discharged on one of my party members, and apparently the battery had only enough juice for one discharge. And it's like, okay, so it's disabled, but we have a giant chain link metal fence. I sat there, looked at the thing, and asked the GM, hey, this segment of fence here that we have here, is it less than 5 bulk? And the GM is like, yeah, I'd say so. Why? I said, I'm going to cast this spell. And I cast a spell called Fold Metal. And what it does, this is the fun little thing, what it does is it takes a metal object, 5 bulk or less, and compresses it down into a sphere the size of an egg. It stays that way for roughly 10 minutes, longer if you have it at a higher spell slot. And I said, okay, I'm going to put this in my back pocket for a little bit because you never know when you might need something like that. And it's like, okay, so you have this chain link barbed wire fence. And then we explore further into the mansion and we get into what do you call it? Into this vault, which we're like, okay, there's a lot of priceless stuff in here. We want to check it out because we're trying to find someone and they could very well likely be hiding in that vault. 2 of us walked into the vault while the other 2 went upstairs. As we walk into the vault, the door shuts on us
Uh-oh.
and opens an eye,
Oh.
as do several other objects in the room. And we're like, oh, all that is mimics.
Oh, why does it have to be mimics, man?
And so initiative is rolled. And, my turn is like a few. Yeah, my turn is like a little bit down the initiative. And I sat there and think for a while, and a thought comes into my mind. And so I say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And I can just hear the GM being like, oh God, here it comes. Because she's used to my shenanigans at this point of breaking most encounters over my knee with a single spell. And I tell her, so, first, I'm going to use Scatter Screen to launch a bunch of rocks into these two mimics in particular, since they're side by side. And she's like, okay. And then I ask her, and then I say to her, I'm going to ask you a question. Do either of them open their mouths out of pain or anger? There's a pause, and she says, yeah, one of them. And I said, okay. I'm going to take this metal sphere and toss it into its mouth. There's another pause. It's like, am I allowed to do that? And I'm like, and she goes, yeah, actually, I'll let it ride. I'll let it ride. I'd say you need to make a ranged attack roll. You can use your spellcasting attack on this one. And I'm like, okay, fine. I roll it. I manage to lob it right into its mouth. And then I said, okay, I'm going to read the rest of the spell to you. The metal unfolds itself. When time passes, it's exposed to fire or water, or heat or water, or the caster dismisses it. I dismiss it. So an entire barbed wire chain link fence unfolds from within a mimic. Now, I figured, oh, mimic, shapeshifter, whatnot, it probably just causes them some inconvenience. GM ruled it died outright. Quoting that, you've basically blendered its insides as the thing unfolded. I'm like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, no, I get it.
Oh.
I'll take it. So yeah, that's how I outright killed a mimic with a non-lethal spell.
This is not the first time your DM had to put up with put up is the wrong way. Had to see shenanigans like this happening, wasn't it?
This is actually their first campaign.
Oh. Huh. Let me also make the beans there. Okay, and Violet's other it sounds to me that you actually really did have fun while it lasted.
Oh yeah. Oh, the roleplay was so phenomenal.
Well, I'm really glad. Really. Okay, so I think I got a basic gist. I just need to do the shoulder pads on Violet. And thanks for the stretch. Let me go ahead and actually do the hydrate right now. Thank you so much for the care package. Thank you. That's crazier than the time my monk ignored the effects of a blighted individual by using astral hands. Wait, really? That happened? Okay, let's see. What else am I... All right, Violet's, other components of her arms. Yep.
And believe you me, that is nothing compared to what I did to the murder of my character's husband-to-be.
Oh! Why'd you kill him?
No. I took a background that was called Murdered Level 1. And so basically, I had experienced my loved one being murdered, is what it is. And part of my storyline was, resolving that.
Oh. Oh.
I
Okay.
caught up to this murderer. Turns out they're a werewolf.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's not fun.
Certainly not, except for one problem.
What's that?
I am a civic wizard. I have a and that covers material manipulation. And guess fucking what? We also encountered some devils earlier. Do you want to know what the weakness of devils are?
Not really for Pathfinder.
When it comes to devils, one of their material weaknesses is silver.
Oh!
I happen to have a chunk of silver in my pocket for use of spells. And at first, I thought I was just going to shotgun blast them over and over with this chunk of silver. But then I realized, wait a minute. This magic staff that I have on hand has a particular spell in it. And we just got first round advantage. And she is currently blinded and restrained. So I walk up to her when it's my turn. Currently restrained, currently snapping at people and whatnot as best they could. And I shove this chunk of silver right into their mouth. And then I cast, from my staff, heat metal.
Oh! Eh?
The GM ruled that it melts into their gullet.
Ah.
That's a strong first start. It's like,
The Bellerophon method, huh? Okay, I need to figure out how do I do decides on Loki, and there's only one way to help consult that. To that folder! I know it's there. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things don't really belong. One of these things is what I'm looking for. Where the handbasket did it go?
goodness.
No,
Oh
no.
my goodness.
No. Oh no. Oh no,
So
where'd it go?
I am
Oh,
treated to an ever so lovely sight right now. And that is some pretty solid snowfall outside my window.
Oh! Go ahead and enjoy it!
And I'm doing my best too, because that also means that it's going to be even harder for me to get my car back.
Oh, never mind. I am so sorry.
I know. But you know what? I'm just going to take my wins where I can.
Okay, now, let's see.
But yeah, enough of my gaming talk. How's it been with these two characters, honestly?
Loki and Violette? Okay, they are they are technically my characters, that is something that I've made when it comes to the Mario D&D campaign, if you will. So, I'm sure that you are aware that I play as Violette, the Amethyst Dragonborn, Eloquence Bard with a pinch of Beauty Cleric in there. Yes, it's a homebrewed domain, but yes, I actually wanted to have some. I decided that because I was so starved when it comes to experiencing romance in D&D for so long, because I had successful ones when it comes to Joe and Dione, sort of. I really want to experience that spark again. That when it comes to the romance buildup and as well as the butterflies that comes with it. Doesn't help that the fact that I had to go through, Alabaster's terms on how he actually treated my character Ness. And that's my character Ness, and that's a document on its own to talk about. So, Dom actually hears this plight out and it does actually genuinely offers, if you want to have a romance arc with Violette, I could actually make that work. I was actually surprised. Poor Dione. No, Dione actually has her romance arc. When it comes to Steve's other character, Valen, another story for another day. And I was just surprised. Are you sure? Are you really want to go that far for me? And he said, yeah, I can make this work. So it took some pondering in my noggin to see what kind of character would I actually make when it comes to Loki. And then it kind of dawned on me, I sort of already did. Like, I have been wanting to make a Sun Wukong-like character for a long while now. And I was actually in the beginning stages when it comes to sorting out Loki. And I actually shoot in this idea suggestion when it comes to Dom's way, and he actually does approve of the idea of when it comes to Violette, who is born from an upstanding upper class family, would actually is childhood friends with someone who is something like that of the Aladdin, if you will. The Jasmine and Aladdin dynamic. Yep. And so, we actually did run along with it. But when it comes to creating Loki, there has been some, scuffs in terms of designing him. One is that I had to figure out how would I make his how would I kind of make him work? Because, as much as because I wasn't a huge fan to how the monkey race in D&D is depicted. Initially he would be a Haduzi, but have you seen what Haduzis look like? Do I need to actually bring this back up to the table? I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
I mean, to be fair, they're meant to be fairly alien.
I know, but look at these ugly ass motherfuckers! Why do you have these skin flap and your arms attached to your body like that? Who designed this?
I mean, I don't think they look that bad.
No.
It's their lore that I take issue with.
Exactly. So I decided to actually go for the shifter route. And what better way to actually depict the monkey hat? Hi, Dave!
Hello, I'm not going to be talking much because they keep setting off the fire alarm for testing for the past 3 days.
Again?
Understood.
Yes.
Huh. You'd think they'd actually be done with that by now. But yes, and what better way to actually go, depict this, the monkey the monkey shifter bit by going back to where it all started. Well, and what better way to actually, go back to where it started by, I don't know, going back to, my old roots of my old, of a show that I love and I love dear to my heart. Dragon Ball Z! Well, Dragon Ball GT in this case. And there's this lovely thing that is called Super Saiyan 4. Now, when I'm sure most people are aware when it comes to Super Saiyans, there's the traditional 3 method, and then Super includes that to Blue. Well, Blue is nice, but I'm like this because Super Saiyan 4 really does look, it's hella fun. It's hella nice. It's really, don't look at me like that funny. So I decided to just have my bootleg Super Saiyan 4 and put it into Loki. I mean, if I could have my bootleg Bowsette and put it into Violette and turn her into her own character, why not?
Look, Super Saiyan 4, I
imagine-
will admit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just reading the comment here. Imagine Super Saiyan 4 Blue. Unfortunately, that probably is not going to happen
Yeah, that's
because, the whole thing about Super Saiyan Blue is that it's a further refinement of Super Saiyan 1. The higher grades of Super Saiyan, like, 2, 3, and whatnot, they are basically taking the whole thing in a different direction than what Blue tries to teach, which is why when Goku attempts to do, Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken, he realizes he can do it because of the fact of how Blue works, and it is meant to be a lossless system in general. Whereas regular Super Saiyan puts a massive amount of drain on stamina and strength, which runs, which is incompatible with doing it at the same time as the Kaioken, which decides to amp that up to the point of life-threatening. The only time that he ever actually did it in animation with regular Super Saiyan was when he was dead.
yeah. So yeah, I decided to have my own bootleg. I just want to have my own bootleg Super Saiyan 4 and amp up the other elements of Sun Wukong and Port Gas DA. Oh, I'm suddenly dying.
Well,
of
that
the
was-
taste.
Wait. Speaking of which, have you actually learned, read or listened to Journey to the West?
I've only did through OSP because the actual
yeah.
source material is, oh
It's
lord.
pretty lengthy. It's pretty lengthy. Although there is a rather fascinating, I want to say TV series that was done way back in the day. That I think that has been very, very famous. Famous to the point that its theme song was used in Black Myth Wukong.
What?
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is normally I would have protested Super Saiyan 4 as being like my least favorite, but then I saw Dragon Ball Daimers take on Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, and that looks far more ridiculous.
I mean, to be fair, it's Kid Vegeta.
Even so, that implies that the adult version's hair is even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey also liked big muscle himbles. I mean, look, in the TF2 format when it comes to I really need to make that one format when it comes to the TF2 comic. Let's see. I really need to make my own format with this, but it's just me with making my own point. And in this format, it's something like, I like big men and curvy women. It's all you need to know. And it doesn't matter if they're a himbo or they're a genius bruiser. If you're burly, yes. But look, okay. We're getting way off track, but then again, maybe there is something a little bit, maybe there is something that needs to be addressed. But anyways, so yeah, it took some level of approval to actually allow Loki's existence to be a thing, if you will. And initially, I want to go for something in leagues. I want him as a backup in case something goes really wrong to Violet in the campaign, and which Jay kind of approves because, well, at the end of the day, it is technically Jay's game. It is sort of maybe Jay's game, if you will, because he is the one that runs the streams. So yeah. I sort of got Loki approved, and then Dom and I just got a little bit into more cooking and working on when it comes to how Loki works, if you will. And we did settle with the cute idea that these two were actually childhood friends, and later down the line, never got to actually see each other until they actually are adults after a significant period of time. Especially when it comes to the fact how Violet was, basically kicked out and banished from the Beefy Kingdom after an incident, mind you. And no, it's not related to Loki. It's just years upon years of the neglect and being cast aside for way too long than it should, all for the sake of trying to groom the brothers to actually be proper leaders to the Beefy Kingdom. And going as so far, and since this is kind of brought up back in the campaign, going as so far to actually throw out a family statue of the dragon ancestor and dragon ancestor out the window, mind you. It got the attention briefly, but it was enough to actually cause Orchid to just, well, basically do the motherly thing that is kicking her daughter out from the family. And Violet was like 19 when this happened. So, yeah, and she recently just, and it has been 2 years since she came back to her family, so that is where we basically are. And let me tell you, when I was slowly building up Loki's design, Steve actually took a corner of his eye on what I'm actually cooking, and immediately is liking Loki's design, going as far to trying out his personality, making it love this character even more and more, until we actually reach to the culmination where Loki does actually show up in game. Steve really, really wants to play him out, which, to Dom's approval, he did, and yeah, for the better, it is the right choice, because Steve really wants to play out a goofy character that went after being so playing hard-ass characters for so long. And honestly, I don't blame him. I may not be able to draw out his vest underneath all this, but I'm sure we can make something work. And let's not forget about his pants. Oh, that's not the comic we're doing. I can't blame him, and I love him. No, thank you. I will say, Loki is Loki. Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
It is.
Alright, let me go ahead and make this build, because yes, his design is actually based on a little bit of Super Saiyan 4's aesthetics on how they became Super Saiyans. I bet it has some of my elements in there that I do actually add in there for my own flavoring, such as Loki's bandana, the scarf. Well, Loki didn't originally come when it comes to this. Loki didn't originally come with this. Like, there were in the earliest iterations when it comes to designing Loki, I tried to implementing Okay, we're in ad break right now, so there we go. So, while we're doing that, let me answer some questions. I've got 2 questions. Is Violette both French, or is Violette's both French, or is one of them? Oh, you mean Violette's parents French? Okay, and 2. Okay, Okay, I don't know if Melanie is currently part of my subs. I may have to wait a little bit later until when the ad break is over. But yeah, what do you think of these 2 so far?
Looking good so far.
Thank you.
Does look pretty good.
I've always wanted to design a character when it comes to, I've always wanted to design my characters doing the kiss meme for a while. I initially want to use the first couple for this, pose, but, I'm sure I'll make something different when it comes to for the first couple, if you will.
The one thing I do feel a bit disappointed about with Super Saiyan specifically was with when Super and arguably with GT was before those two with Z specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like like Super Saiyan 3 was genuinely like the pinnacle of strength. And like when someone attained that form, they were not only pushing themselves to the absolute limit, but at that point, their whole demeanor changed to the point of, no, this is no longer a fun business. I am going to kill you.
Yeah, that Super Saiyan 3 kind of had those vibes too, but then, well, have we all forgot about Gotenk's Super Saiyan 3?
That's true. I guess I just loved Goku's Super Saiyan 3 demeanor, where he went from somebody who was enjoying the thrill of the fight to, no, now this gets serious, you need to die.
Yeah,
Mhm,
but I
mhm.
think I actually like the aesthetic of Super Saiyan 4 the most of all the Super Saiyan levels. Alright, now that ad break
Oh,
is
that's fair.
over, I'm gonna answer these questions. Is Violet's parents both French, or is one of them? When it comes to Orchid and Plum, Orchid is much more French than Plum. I think for like proper context, I'm getting out of this folder. Think of Plum as something in the leagues of either British or French, no, British or German, and Plum is, I don't know. Think Plum is much more British, and Orchid is much more French. But you know, when it comes to designing my characters for that sounded wrong, Boy Splatty. That sounds like if you're trying to say the French bread instead of British and French. But yes, but I will say this: when it comes to going through character iterations of Loki and also Orchid, they had to go through different iterations, mind you. One of them, let's see. Okay, let me see if I can actually dig real fast. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole. Diggy diggy hole. Okay,
It does make me think that at some point I should see about seeing if I could play Bry as a character at some point.
there we go. When it comes to designing Loki back in the day, I initially wanted to give him a little bit more scraps and fur onto his outfit, but the silhouette doesn't actually look that pretty good. I mean, let me just also go over here into more iterations of what Loki. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay. Copy image. There we go. Like, there. Loki had to go through a few iterations in order to get this thing right. I tried to give him some furs onto his vest. I even tried giving him a scrap cloth over there on the side of his belt. I even tried giving him just the scarf over there and just keep him chestless, just like when it comes to actual Super Saiyan 4. But none of these actually kind of stick. It wasn't until I actually combined the scarf and the vest together, it actually made his appearance leagues better than how it was before. Plus, I don't know about you, but I don't think a lot of people would survive after seeing this. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna continue back to my art piece. Yep. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What else am I missing when it comes to Loki? Not much. I mean, Loki has baggy pants, considering he also has a few elements into his character design that makes Loki. Aladdin from, the Disney Aladdin. A bit of Gogeta from when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT to an extension. And Port Gastier from One Piece.
You know, that's actually a fair point. Gogeta's been in Z, Super, and GT.
Yeah? I do like how you made Loki's bandana blow in the wind. Oh, thank thank you. I think I definitely should do something similar too when it comes to Violette, considering her hair is, a little bit on the flattish end. So let's actually go ahead and see if we could fix that. So, where's Vivi's hair? Okay. And yeah, when it comes to designing, Loki, I know that he also, I envisioned him to have something like that of a playful personality. And it's to a point that he actually would give Violette a nickname that only she is okay for allowing anyone else to call her. After all, these two did kind of grew up alongside each other, if you will. And yeah, I was the one who actually suggested that her nickname is Vivi. You know, that's one. Which is kind of funny because my One Piece roots actually made me remember that there is a character whose also name is Vivi and also is a princess in a desert kingdom. If I had a nickel for every time I created a character, at least she ain't flat another place. Yep, that is actually true. That is very, very much true. I do not make my girls skinny, if you will. But if there is the day that comes, I do make a female character who has no curves, flat as a board, flat butt, and is a stick. Then maybe there is something wrong, and then that should be your warning signs that something is wrong.
I mean, thankfully your kids are like that.
Kids are like that, but not grown adults.
Yeah.
Listen, don't tell my wife who's short on this.
Well, of course not. They wear heels.
Heels can also serve as two things: to look good and to serve as projectiles. Okay, so let's see. I think that looks pretty good when it comes to these two. I bet Loki is the one who calls Violette princess. Yeah. So let's see. Now that we got the sketch when it comes to Violette and hold up, something's off. I forgot one detail about Loki. Tail. Because what's a Kong without a tail? I mean, and he's got a really long tail. That does not sound wrong out of context. Get that out of your head.
Well, you beat me to it, so.
I mean, there was a time I did actually did roll for the 3D 100s for Loki, and let's just say that what I rolled for, it's kind of a little bit shocking to a degree. Not all Kongs have tails. Maybe so, but not Loki's case. Besides, I also want to have that Sun Wukong element when it comes to Loki's design anyway. Okay, I guess that looks pretty cute right there. Diddy has a tail. Yeah, Diddy Kong also has a tail.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's because Diddy is based on a monkey, whereas Donkey Kong's based on a gorilla, which is an ape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all great apes do not have tails.
Now let's look, but Wukong has a tail.
Yes, but Wukong
He's a
is
monkey.
based on monkey, not an ape.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I can't make heads or tails. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Who do you think Loki will be close to in the Star Warriors? Oh, right, there's another question. Who would you say Violet is closest to other than Loki? That is honestly a good question. I think from the way how things go over time, I think Mira is basically up there as one of the closest. Considering the fact that, yeah, she's been played by Steve, but Mira also tries her best to make sure Violet is been doing okay, because, well, the mom instincts inside of Mira would actually detect no matter how much Violet tries to hide it, Mira's innate mom instincts is enough to actually detect whatever secrets Violet is actually hiding underneath. And I had a feeling that she's also the type that if she hears some noise coming from the kids' room when they're supposed to be asleep, she will go and check. For sure. I did not. That's not something that happened to me a lot growing up. I don't know what you're talking about. And I guess, yeah, that's the closest one I could think of so far. The rest, I don't even know the rest would require me to go from start to last, or the most to least, close to. And I don't know who's that for now. That will require my brain power to think when I'm trying my best to actually, do this when it comes to the stream. So that'll be another time I'll consider about it. Let's see. Who do you think Loki will be the closest to in the Star Warriors? I can't say for sure now. Aside from Violet, I guess it requires the party to actually interact with Loki a lot more, considering the fact that there's like a few sessions that the party did interact with Loki with. But I think that'll be situated once we finally got to the ball arc, if you will. Would she be the type of mom that says when I should expect them? Maybe? Let's see. She is like a second mother to Violet and the others. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, with the way of her experience, she most likely has to. Alright, Violet. Alright, you two. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting in the inks on this. Okay. Now, and I guess it's a good thing I'm using this meme to draw these two with, because A, I do not have much experience when it comes to doing the kisses, if you will. And B, I need training. I still surprised that these two kind of won, but then again, not as surprised as what the winning race should be for the D&D for the NPC farm boy that I saw in my Patreon. I was just, what? Why do you want me to perish? That is something to see when the time comes next week ish. Let's see. She would be the mom that when her kids are old enough, she'll be like, when are you gonna give your mom more grandkids? Fuck. But I think, speaking of, but you know, maybe this, designing kid characters, who belongs to my OCs would be something I wouldn't mind, drawing one day. Because, see, the characters themselves is nice, but seeing what their kids of that said characters be like would also be even more nice. Because I'm a bet in my left boob that there's gonna be some people out there who would like to see a character what would the kids be like that came from Nessa's line, or Violet's line, or Rose's line, or the list kind of goes on. I've already made some kid characters that is from Dione and Allie, but the others though, outside of that, not yet so though.
I was about to say Ness is the character line.
I know, and I'm gonna expand that a little bit more. They would have great kids. I mean, well, I did got a question that when it comes to Violet and Loki. When I did a piece featuring Violet and Loki, that a friend of mine in the server did ask me, wait, if they have kids, are they gonna have dragon noises or monkey noises? And you know what? That is a good question. That is a really good question. Cause it's one thing to actually use a dice to actually determine the odds of whether or not the kids are going to be a boy and a girl, but if they're from two different races, and I mean, that's even more of a possibility in how to make that thing work. The answer is right now! Ah, no! Oh, no! Oh. No matter where I go, he's always there in the back of my mind. I'm not a huge fan of Roger. Why?
You know, we could get around to kicking his ass, and we could resolve it that way.
Maybe, but I'm not a huge fan of it. He lives rent-free in my head. I know, I hate it too.
To be fair, I've already made parts and weapons from his skin, so...
If I could put him as... I don't
that
think
is
he would
very morbid out of context.
Now, I don't think he would make a good... I don't think he would make a good living room rug. Right?
Probably not, but he makes killer dual blades.
Yeah. I have no doubt that it will work great for Loki and Violet. Wait. I mean, what do you think? What do you think that they would okay, let's make a hypothetical. Say that they do have a kid. What do you think is going to be coming out from that? Are they gonna be a dragonborn, or are they gonna be another shifter, another Kong shifter, if you will?
That's a good question. Possibly a mix of both, or it's one of those bull-headed Minotaur and Centaur combinations where the child is just a normal human.
Oh no! Okay, you will not be free from the big monkey. There are rumors that are circulating that he will make a wild...
Speaking of Monster Hunter, that reminds me I have to do something later.
Oh no! It's okay, Vicky. It's okay. You're okay. Everything is gonna be fine, I think. Fuck. Okay, but you know, I guess if I had to say it, I envision these two would most likely maybe it's because it's me right here and there. I kind of would like the idea that these two will end up having twins, but it's kind of like that one of them is a Dragonborn, one of them is a Kong.
Need to take a call quick.
Okay. Though I'm not sure what would which one's the boy, which one's the girl would be in this situation. Cause here's something that I actually like doing when it comes to doing the character creation process for this one. Violet's family name is, yeah, based on the color line, what you can find in your purple color palette menu, if you will, where they have different types of colors of the different variations of purple, but also it comes with its own different names for it too. Hence, the word for Violet's full name is Violet Lilac Lavender Heliotrope. Yes, pretentious sounding for someone that has Violet's case. But for Loki's case, I went for something a little bit different when it comes to the, well, for Loki's case, I went for something a little bit different, but instead of using, because I did something when it comes, Dom did give me the heads up that every Kong always has a 2-syllable name that, and it always ends with an E sound. You know, like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, if you will, and Candy Kong, and so on. So I tried to figure out what would sound well for this boy, and then I actually went, and then in order to help me out with this a little bit more, I decided to go do something I decided to go for doing something different and search up peppers for a change because, well, because he's got to have fire-like capabilities, might as well have something that goes for a spicy route. And it wasn't there. It was there during that research that I discover when it comes to a very particular pepper, if you will. Let's see. Let me go dig. There we go. This one right here, the ghost pepper. One of the hottest peppers out there in the planet, but it's there that I actually found this over here. Its actual name, if you will, right here. So, the actual ghost pepper's name is Jolokia. So, but it's right here that that caught my attention, where that made me realize if I could just shorten it down to this, and he's also got that other inspiration by Loki from Norse mythology. Yeah! His name eventually then became Loki Kong, right there. It really is kind of, it really is a fun idea to actually do that. Honey? There's a spouse. There's a spouse! Hello!
Hi, hon.
Hi! Oh, I just remembered something. Before I actually forget. Little bit of a quick tangent, but the emote that we're designing yesterday, chat, it's here. See? This is the new emote that I made for this month, where this monthly emote is gonna be it's gonna be House Gremlin with a Cupid.
Where did she even get that bow?
Yes. But yeah, anyways,
Hi, hon.
Hi! How are you?
Just got
Hi!
out of the office. I'll be home at a decent hour today, it seems.
Really?
Yeah. Since I'm basically getting out just before all the major traffic hits.
Probably for the best. But,
It's an 8-hour day as opposed to the 10-hour ones I've been having.
well, I am glad that you're coming home. Truly. Let me go ahead and actually do this right over there. I'm currently drawing out the winning couple with the winning kiss from the Kiss Challenge, if you will.
I can see that, the monkey boy.
Yes. It's Loki and Violet that won for this year's challenge for Patreon. I'm getting my work helmet when she decides to barrage the hole in with arrows. I mean, you're not wrong. Knowing House Gremlin, she will do a little bit more harm than good.
She Gets overzealous when excited.
Yep. I wonder where she got that from. Let's see.
I wonder.
Steve, Mira, and Zegler are very cool characters, but Loki is my fave ones that you play. You portrayed him awesome, says one of the peeps in chat.
Well, here's the thing. When I play D&D, I'm typically the straight man to everyone's crazy. It's not very often I get to do crazy. And Loki was my chance to essentially get out of my comfort zone in that regard.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I was just designing Loki for the sake of why not, and also for cooking in the oven when it comes to Violette. It wasn't then it was there you actually noticed what I'm cooking and tried to test out his personality that, yeah, you ended up liking this character since. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Dave! Let's see.
Yes, I briefly returned before one last meeting.
Alright, you make sure you have a good meeting, and when you're done, get home safe.
Oh, I work from home.
Oh. Well, at least then be cozy at home then. Okay.
I don't think I could do that working from home. While I would appreciate being able to stay home and such, I would get distracted way too easily.
I think if I have to find work that is, I think if I have to work from home, I gotta make some sort of sign that says that I am at work on the outside of my door. If that doesn't make the most logical sense to install that, I don't know what is. Alright, so we got a jar roll.
Aye.
Okay, so alright, 1 is Runia, 2 is Dave, 3 is Steve, 4 is I get to turn into a plushie and I go into the jar. Alright, let's go.
Yes.
Was it you?
I'm sorry, Runia. Those were your last words, right?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. But hey, look at that! Your special hat is a lid!
At least I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if y'all would excuse me, I am going into a tunnel.
Oh, God, here we go. Gremlin? Where's the bow? Where's the bow?
Husker Mini actually puts ball away for the time being. Husker Mini's gonna go out hunting later.
Hunting for more gators?
Yes, that's why Huskerman was doing lifting.
That's a cereal box.
How's Gremlin? Why do you have summer stuff on?
Huskerman is gonna do polar bear swim. In order to bulk me up.
Ah, yeah.
You're gonna
Do be careful.
hunting gators in a cold swamp as training.
Yes.
Training for what?
Huskerman made realization and made biggest error.
What? What pray tell is that?
Huskerman tries to fight Crinkleman. Huskerman made big mistake. Huskerman thought that if she actually tries eating 10 gators, muscle and bone, I am bulk enough to be swole. This is a mistake.
Yes, you shouldn't fight the Crinkle Man.
So Huskerman is returning. And so, Huskerman needs to get swole, needs to get good, needs to go fight Gator so I can get for bigger targets.
What's bigger than gators?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Buffalo.
Yes.
Are there even buffalo left in the States?
They were actually reintroduced.
Yeah, their population is on the rise.
Huskerman plans to eat 10 buffalo, born and mushy, so that way Huskerman would be swole. And fight Krinkaman!
And in order to start your training, you are deadlifting with a cereal box.
Cereal box full of termites.
Okay.
So she's deadlifting what's effectively a live grenade.
Don't make her drop the box. That is a live grenade.
You don't. So, Huskerman now is going to make sure she is swole. Make sure that she fights against gators and swimming polar bear swim in this cave. Yes.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. It's me.
Okay.
Okay, I am ready.
Gentlemen.
Huskerman is now gonna go to polar swimming with gators.
Have fun?
Have fun.
I will eat buffalo's whole when I'm ready.
Is she serious?
What did I miss?
So,
Probably. I need to jump off for another meeting.
take care, Sheriff. Apparently, honey,
Yes?
she's upped her gains.
What?
You know how she ate gators before, right?
Uh-huh.
She aims to up the ante with buffalo.
Buffaloes? But why?
I don't know. I don't bother to ask anymore. Also, hello, Jay.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day! I hope the gremlin knows what she's doing, and why is there a cereal box here?
Don't open that.
Okay.
What, did she leave behind a cereal box?
Full of termites. I'm taking this outside.
Oh dear.
Why though?
Okay then. Anyways, I just showed up because it's my lunch break. Thought I'd come say hi. What you working on?
I am currently working on this piece that is based on my the winning polls in Patreon, where I asked two things: a pose from a kiss from the kissing challenge, and which couple would actually go with this kissing pose.
Well, looks like you chose Violette and Loki.
The people
Patreon
in Patreon voted Violette and Loki.
Right. I meant chat shows.
Yeah, to a degree. Hello, Grace. Can I help you? Were you trying to take your claws on my side?
Which, by the way, chat, if you want to have a say on polls in the future, be sure to sub to her Patreon.
Oh, goodness me! Boo! Hey! Raiders,
Oh,
welcome,
sweet barley
welcome!
brew. Hello.
Hi, welcome, Raiders! Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn! I'm Ikatanili, and thank you guys so much for coming in, Foo! I hope that you actually have a good stream today, honest.
Oh no.
Huh?
Oh no.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
It's a cyber!
Wait, what?
I see a cyber. He's right next to me.
There's a cyber truck next to you.
Oh.
I'm going ahead of it now.
No!
Yeah.
Eh! Oh, that is the big stink in the
That's
ear.
an eyesore.
But
Yes.
Fu, welcome into the Paper Plate Inn, and Raiders, welcome. I hope that you actually had a good stream today. And Fu, if you need to rest up after a long day, go ahead. I do appreciate that you came by here today.
Actually, it's a funny thing you're here, Jay.
Well, before you say that, Miki, I just want to let you know the Night Fairy is currently advertising for the dead website.
I know. I'll trade the ferry later after the stream.
Okay, sounds good. Didn't know if you were aware. What were you gonna say, Steve?
I recently rediscovered something that would have fit inside your little D&D world.
Huh?
Something I almost forgot about, but recently rediscovered.
Okay.
Mega Man.
Mega Man? What about Mega Man?
He has been referenced multiple times within Mario products.
Yeah, mostly in the German Nintendo Power comics.
Which means if for whatever reason Mira wasn't a thing, I can bring a robot.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at. Okay.
Okay, trying to do Violet's hair is not easy. Cause when I first made Violet's hair, I decided to bring back an old hairstyle from a previous OC I made long ass ago. And for those who do need a refresher what Violet originally looks like, she started off in the campaign as this, if you will. I decided to actually go for something a little bit different by trying giving her a guillotine style haircut, but well, I think if anything, her current hairstyle is much better, I guess. Okay, so yeah. I am actually surprised that there's people out there who voted for Loki and Violet for Valentine's Day, but that's okay. What is this sassy lost child talking about? Which one, now? You might have to be a little bit more specific. Oh, me. Oh, at me. Oh, at me. Yeah, that, you know what? That's me. That is, okay. Violet does have pretty hair. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, prettier scales.
But let me tell you, working on, One-Eyed Warrior, thank you so very much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time here in the Paper Plane Inn.
Wait, why not? You haven't been following this whole time? What the heck?
That's okay. That's okay. Better late than never, you know?
Hey Jay, do you think Button and Loki would be buddies? Maybe.
It'll take time.
It will take a lot of time.
It'd take time, and they'd have to actually, hang out and get to know each other as friends first. But I don't know, maybe.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
that.
the only reason why they put it.
I had a feeling that next time we do play the Mario campaign, which Boysen did kind of yank the two out just so the girls would change for a reason.
I mean, there's an opportunity to. I'm not against it.
Uh-huh. But let me tell you, I was initially gonna make something that's Violet and Loki content, but I'm okay with this one too.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking of doing something like a starting piece where what they were like when they were kids, if you will, because
that would be really cute.
it would be extremely cute. One which a lot of people will actually say, yes, let me see more. And it
Honestly,
will
I can see it right now. He's just a little monkey boy, like a little kid Goku.
a little bit, and I'm not sure if I should make the fur a little bit poofy or coarse for this one.
You could probably make his fur a little lighter, come to think of it. Like it got darker as he got older.
You know what? That's fair. But what would be
Or
the
he's
nice?
just bald.
No.
Plus, I got a couple of references you could probably pull from.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, let me get a couple for you.
I just realized that doing the inking process for this might take some time. Hold on a minute. Oh my god.
Almost goofed.
I almost had a stroke for a whole minute there because I initially thought that I did not hit the record on the time lapse, but it's recording. Oh
Okay,
my
Chad.
gosh.
Yeah, I can't do it. I need your help on this one. Do a save layer check.
Oh my
Save
gosh.
and layer check. Do
Oh.
it. Do it now.
Okay, let me just
I do it myself, but I'm currently on the road.
save images save. Let me just see how the time lapse looks so far with this. Okay, yep. Okay, yep. It's looking pretty good. Okay, I can see where it is so far. Okay, good. Cause the reason I know it sounds a little bit ludicrous that I should not be able to record time lapses, but I have a goal. I have one of the rewards that for those who pledge to me on Patreon though is that I promised them time lapses on some of my images. It would
But you
not
don't want
make
to break the promise.
it will not make sense if I actually do not record time lapses on some of my pictures, if you will. Let's see. Goku was based on Sun Wukong, not the other way around. I swear I hear one more uncultured swine that's wrong. I will hurt someone. Well,
Why did we
on.
say that?
who
Hold
says
on,
that?
I didn't say anything about that, okay?
I don't think.
Say anything about that.
I mean, you're not. Well, Loki. It's not, and it's not just Sun Wukong that Loki it has references on. He's also got elements of Aladdin from Disney's Aladdin, Podcast d'Ace from One Piece, and also Gogeta from Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, because you got a soft spot for the guy.
And also, in universe, he's technically a Kong, which would, give him some ties to Donkey Kong and Diddy.
Exactly. I mean, Dom has to help me out when it comes to figuring out what would be the naming convention when it comes to Loki, because Kongs in the universe have these 2-syllable names, ends with the sound of E, and just so it can roll off the tongue when it comes to their surname of Kong. And trust me, I had to go through a lot of grief just to figure out what would sound better. So I decided to go something a little bit out of the box and try using different elements by looking up pepper names, if you will. And it took me 6 million years to figure out what would be the best pepper, which one would sound better, until I found the ghost pepper, especially its original name. So I asked Dom, how about Loki Kong? And so Loki Kong became the way he is.
So
Also,
ghost
I
peppers
will
were originally
admit,
called
this is the
Loki
worst-
peppers?
What?
Ghost peppers were originally known as Loki peppers?
No.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Its full name is actually based on this.
Oh, Bucholokia.
Yep.
Oh.
See, I thought you pulled directly from Loki from Norse mythology.
Nah. While this Loki is a shapeshifter and a trickster, he's not as much of an asshole.
So, besides, I just took out these 4 syllables from that. I mean, 4 letters from that. Blah. Okay.
I'm gonna say, Loki is 2 syllables.
Yeah. That's entirely on me.
Ooh.
Okay, Loki.
Goodbye, Cybertruck. You knew ye not. I do not care to.
I still can't believe that they are still an apparent thing. And why
They're
not?
literally bought by people who have so much money they don't know what to do with it.
Why can't they just put it on a trust?
Yeah, I mean, working in finance, there are things like trusts and certificates. Certificates are especially good if you want your money to grow over a period of time.
Exactly.
Put it in a money market account if you still want access to it.
Let's see. Oh yeah, why not? I remember that. I remember your previous comment before. Before I forget that you like the idea when it comes to a dragon boy and a monkey girl. Well, funny that you actually mentioned it. I'm also thinking, just like how I looked up peppers when it comes to Loki's name. I also learned that there's an existence when it comes to cherry peppers. So, I guess it would make a lot more sense that the daughter's name would most likely be called Cherry Kong.
Not a bad idea. But that being
That's
said,
right.
I actually must take off now. Lunch break's over.
All right, you take care. Thank you for coming. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Welcome back, Sherm.
Dave!
Yes, the meeting is shorter than I expected. Either way, I'm knock off in 15 minutes, so.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, speaking of D&D and such, Brunia,
Mm-hmm.
had a bit of an idea that I wanted to throw your way when I was talking about characters with Miki here.
Mm-hmm.
The idea being a celestial warlock, which plays on the idea of a guardian angel.
Okay. I'm with you so far.
Think of it like this: it's an orphan found by an old elderly couple. They run a farm. He helps run the farm. The
Mhm.
Ma dies, puts the father in a depression. He tries to run the farm himself, but fails. So he goes to essentially ask for help from the gods. Like, please help us. And someone does answer. Says, and it's essentially a case of make the world, don't just stop at the farm, make the world a better place, and I will handle the farm. Okay, what about my grandpa? Him too. Wakes up, goes home, finds that the farm is thriving, finds that his grandpa, who was a little rickety at the time, is now spry again.
Legs a little bit iffy.
I know that celestial warlocks are sort of on the more good side of warlocks, or at least their patrons tend to be. So I thought, what about a guardian angel? Because obviously it can't be a god, because then he'd be a cleric.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless the guy wants to work low key, you know? Like, or maybe it's an emergent god. But that's up to you. It's totally understandable to go for a servitor instead of an actual deity.
Why does Mikoto strike me as an individual who make a deal with a fey creature, demanded her firstborn as payment, but failed to specify where the firstborn came from, to which Mikoto would just ask, so, when do we start?
I see the reference you're making.
Oh, gods, we are in an ad break, so I forgot to put that banner up. There we go. Right at the legs. Interesting way to put an ad break banner on. Oh, Keyblade Mistress, hi! Welcome back, welcome back. It's good to see you again.
Hello.
Hello.
You know, I never actually just entered my lunch break. I hope you actually had a good lunch break so far. Wait, I don't even know if she can actually hear me, considering the fact that we're in ad break right now as we speak. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Oh, okay, good. I put this banner on because I just saw the ad break in progress, so I might as well put that up there. Yeah.
We should find some time to automate that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And Grace is now playing with plastic.
What?
Okay. Let me see if I can actually record this. doing? She's just
What
playing
is our
with.
daughter doing?
She's playing with button. Oh god, I just stopped her. No, go back
I
to
heard
play
that.
with plastic. Don't look at me like that. Go back to play with the plastic. You were playing with that a minute ago. Oh gods.
Ruined our fun. Way to go.
Well, I didn't know. Hold on, let me just showcase what I pasted into this here, if you will. Okay. I know there's a okay. There's a little bit of a corner of a mess there, but Steve and I did work together in order to help renovate my office.
There's a bed in there now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, ad break's now over, so let me go ahead and put that off. Okay. Okay, so we're now gonna go back to fixing this leg. I don't know if we'll ever get this thing done in time, but at least we'll make some level of progress. Just saying, if the fake creature fails to specify where the firstborn comes from, I need to know when do we... I mean, I know when it comes to, I know there's the one where the fairy, where the fae is female, but I like to see, I like to see one happen in reverse, where, the fae is male and the and the patron is female instead.
Honey,
Yes, dear.
hear that?
Ah. Well, not exactly. I mean, he's more like a family friend who actually saved me in a sense. I think you're
know.
referring to Tepeo.
I mean, probably.
Mm-hmm.
What you were saying, Rydia?
I was just gonna say, so the Fae isn't the patron in this case?
There is a
Or
Fae
she
patron,
makes
but
the-
there's a separate Fae.
Okay, because I was wondering if she misspoke or not.
Nah. Oh, save and layer check. Thank you. I can hear you, and it's snowing up in here. Oh, I would love to make mini snowmen again.
I know, hon.
I miss my little mini snowman.
I know.
I mean, I know I only, this is coming from a person who only got to see snow in brief episodes compared to everyone who gets to see it for a whole season, but,
Well, look at it like this, son. You get to see all the good without having to live with all the bad.
I know. But this point still kind of stands. If I can, I'll see if I can make a snow house gremlin when I get home. Aw, thank you. Preaching to the choir on that one, Mika. Wouldn't want my snow. It's a nasty storm. Nasty storm. What did I just say? Anyway, I
Nasty
also
snort. What kind of snow are we talking about here exactly?
one that's made out of bogies.
The kind that's not particularly deep and has been trodden into mud.
Why is it that the one thing I like the most people keep saying no?
What?
Fresh snow is great. It's when the snow turns into muddy water that it becomes a problem.
I just
Like,
want
you
to
saw
let...
how excited we got when there was fresh powder on the mountain, hon.
Yeah. And you saw how I reacted when I was on it.
Yeah. Shame you got a concussion, though.
I was looking forward to the hot springs too.
I know.
Man. Look, I'll only say this. should the day ever comes that we go back into that snow trip again, I am only gonna try at least one day of trying to attempt to ski, and after that, if it else still fails, I am most likely staying by at the base. Okay?
That's fair, hon.
Thank you. Because I want to actually enjoy hot springs for the first time, and I want you to acknowledge that.
So that being said, it does sadden me to know I can't take you to the higher parts of the mountain so you can see the views and such.
I know.
Maybe there's a way I can, maybe I can figure out a way to make that happen.
Yeah?
I don't know, because I want you to see the view from the top of the mountain. It is absolutely gorgeous.
That's fair. Maybe there
But
would be
you
a
would
way.
likely have to walk your way back down.
Ugh. I mean, you're also talking to someone who never has much experience when it comes to skiing at all.
No.
I was that 100% sheltered.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Me and my brother, when we started skiing, we're starting to do it, but we had also had physical training with our own bodies from a myriad of sports and different outdoor activities. You didn't have that.
No, not at all. Again,
You
born-
say that.
Oh.
Sorry. You say that, but I grew up on the side of a mountain and never once skied in my life.
Let's see. And thanks for letting me draw him. Same with Violet back then. Oh, right. In regards of... I just want to let you know, Mikado, I'm almost done with my drawing of Loki with 3 Pokemon. Sorry, it took a while. Also, happy Valentine's Day to you and Steven Mikado. Aw, thank you. But...
Wait, you're giving Loki a Pokemon party?
I mean, I'm surprised too. I mean, it's not Violet. Also, this is also the same person who also drew Violet with a with a Pokemon party. So I'm interested in what kind of choice they have. And I do truly and thank you so much for the Valentine wishes. But I also want to say that I'm happy with both my partners, if you will. Yeah. Also, honey, I caved last night. I made hot chocolate,
Okay.
and there's still some in the small pot.
Okay.
But it's a little bit thinner than usual compared to the first time I've made the second attempt I made the Italian hot chocolate.
Okay.
Yep. So all I gotta do is just heat it up, stir it up, and then it's ready to go. Just like last time.
Nice.
Yes. Let's see. Mikado Soda has 15 charisma. My son has 8 charisma. Have a nice day. Hey! Huh? I mean, maybe at best I have like about 12. Yeah, maybe at best I have like 12 charisma in real life. Don't knock it to it. I mean, there was a time I had to also work as a caregiver, and that requires not only my wisdom but also charisma in order to, properly talk to the elderly and make sure they're comfortable, if you will. Yeah. Charisma has nothing to do with looks. Yeah, I mean...
No, but it can depend on how well you talk to folks.
Yeah.
You're fairly decent at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's far from your dump stat.
Yeah, I mean, my dump stat is... I think Dex might be up there.
Dex or Con, one of those two.
You can be the hottest thing since hotness and while still having a charisma of 8. Okay, I guess fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Yeah,
But, honey, that's not meant to be an insult. Not to you, anyway.
yeah.
Ah,
Mm,
I mean, think of it this way. Think of it this way. Are you perfect? Yeah, but I'm willing to bet we accept you the way you are,
thank,
flaws and all.
thank you, thank you. Hmm.
In fact, there's an old saying that I actually like.
Yeah.
When it comes to a relationship, you like someone for the similarities they have with you, but you love them for the differences they have.
This is kind of true. Yep. Let's see. Let me see if I can actually try to work on more on the vest and more of Violet's right there. Oh goodness, has it been that time already?
What?
Not much, just getting close to the 10-minute mark. So, how about we actually go use this time to, how about we actually make use of this time to actually go and, take a 10-minute break, stand up, stretch your legs and whatnot, and I'll see you guys in 10, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, fee, fi, fo. My mother told me I'm gonna have to do this a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and accept that now. And I'm gonna go ahead and close Steam. And I'm gonna open up the Clip Studio Paint right now. What the actual fuck?
Something happened.
On Discord, by the way.
No, it is not.
Dave! Okay, Dave! Dave!
You are welcome.
Elaborate! Oh, I mean, I'm surprised, but hello?
Listen, I
Way to
wanted to
beat me
do
to the
something, and that
punch, you
seemed like
bastard!
Excuse the fuck out of me!
He beat me to the punch!
Excuse the fuck out of me!
I was gonna get it for you as soon as I got paid!
Oh boy! Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Chat is absolutely the confused as fuck. So I am gonna give context. So I was just chilling on the day bed of my office. Yes, I have a day bed. It's where I rest.
You're welcome.
And Dave actually sent me something when we were in when I was currently resting up. Dave!
what?
Dave! 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 Oh! Okay! I did not expect this at all! I love you, but okay! Okay!
You are
Oh!
most welcome.
Grace.
Oh! Okay, I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm okay, chat. I'm okay. And can I help you?
Draw me like one of your French
Okay. Oh. Okay. But yes. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. So yeah, Dave actually gifted me Monster Hunter Wild. So that's something to look forward to in the future. I haven't even done the beta yet.
Then you'll be going
You're
into
gonna have a
the
chance
blind.
this weekend, I think.
Huh? What?
I think the beta's going on this weekend.
It's going on still this weekend?
I think. I don't know. I'd have to check.
Okay. But still, though, what am I gonna do with both of you?
I think you know the answer to that question, hon.
Ah. You know what? That's kind of fair.
And yes, it is in fact going on. And I played the beta the last 2 times it happened. Keeping true to my word, this time the beta is all yours.
Thank you. They extended it because of the PSN outage.
Yep.
Oh, wait, was it really that bad?
It was out for 24 hours.
Ugh.
That's why I don't have a PlayStation. Nor do I trust them.
I mean, in this house, we are Xbox players, but...
Honey, I'm an Xbox.
Well, you also gave me an Xbox too before.
One you've hardly ever touched.
Hey, I still touched it when I was back in Hawaii, but when I moved here, I had no choice but to leave it back. It's still there. Don't give me that look. Keep it in class, people. You have guests in your inn. Wait until after closing time to get down to business. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. My nose is a little bit iffy.
Yeah, maybe mute yourself if you need a blow.
Hey, honey,
Yes.
is it bad for me to ask? Can you get me some Allegra?
Okay.
I think the pollen is slowly coming back on the air. But it's not even the end of winter yet!
Considering the temperatures that you've been telling me you guys are already having, I'm frankly would not be shocked if there was pollen in the air already.
Well, let's see. Right now, let me take a gander what the weather looks like in terms of the temperature.
Hey, Chad, you ready for a repeat?
54%. What am I gonna do with you? Okay, I'm alive. You know this place is 18 plus. Yep, that's right.
That's right.
If I ever found out that there is a minor in this or you happen to be anywhere near kids, please don't. I don't want that in my conscience.
Or if you are near kids, at the very least have your earbuds on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because, look, in this house, there's a lot of swearing, lots of dirty jokes that fly out there, like a fish market tossing the freshest fish to another merchant. Yeah. A lot of things kind of fly into here, and we did say the most outlandish shit that ever comes out of our mouths.
Yes.
Hey, listen. Yes, Lord Bluff? Wonder what would Mickey create in the character creator. What Lloyd created was close to him. I was thinking of playing as Kyrene for this one. Because, one day when those ears are finally out and not in a deluxe order kind of deal, I would love to have them for my character, who is this one right here. It did not go through. There you go. This one, my elf. But wait, that would also mean I have to learn how to use a bow for wilds.
Funnily enough, whenever I get my hands on wilds as well, I was planning on running bow and dual blades.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, in case if nothing else, I could create another whole character when it comes to, I could create a whole nother character when it comes to wilds! Okay, Whomst?
Hi, it's me.
Hi, JC. Okay.
How you guys doing?
I am coming down from the biggest surprise of a Valentine's Day gift.
Oh.
Yeah! This one right over here, this one right over here decided to actually give me the one game I recently added it to my wish list, and
Wait, what? Which game?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yes. My library has so many games already.
I know that feeling.
I'm slowly going through them bit by little bit. Somewhere down the line,
holy shit.
Somewhere down the line, I think I'll also play this in the Donathon that's coming in March, if not April. I'm thinking about that'll be the time where I'm also gonna be playing as playing BioShock for that one. That way I can finally make my way through, so I can finally play Infinite.
Okay.
I'm Emerald Marine. Thank you for coming.
Wait, Infinite?
Bioshock Infinite.
Oh,
Yeah. What else do you
sorry.
think I was?
There's so many games with the word infinite in the title now. It's just
You know what? That is absolutely fair. There's
BioShock Infinite, Halo Infinite, fucking Call of Duty Infinite. There.
one on the multiple systems, cause I play on everything, console wars, etc. Be damned. You know what? That is absolutely fair. I've needle felted my first D&D charger for some one shot, and it's on my Blue Sky. Oh, that's cute.
Nice. Meanwhile, I'm playing Overwatch.
Has it gone better or worse since the last time?
I'm just doing it because of the competitive drive thing they're doing. Like before the season ends and they start doing the new shit with the loot boxes and the perks and all that.
You know what? That's fair, but I can't help but ask out of concern.
Okay, I will put this out there. The game is. I will say I am interested in at least the perk system and the new hero that they're gonna be releasing after season 15, which is the next one.
Fair.
Like I at least think she's interesting. Like I don't know if anyone's shared the design yet.
I have a feeling that there's gonna be some artists out there, keyword artists, that would love to get their hands on that character if she turns out to be really cute.
Which character?
Well, let me get a picture of her.
Cause look, I mean, if there's anything that Overwatch that came out of Overwatch, were those particular artists, especially in the 3D art scene, if you will.
I'm tracking now.
Yep. Yep.
Like no joke, because of those animations, there were like 3 big breakthroughs in the animation community.
Exactly.
Like 3 or more.
But I think if anything, it also another one who also helps when it comes to breakthrough of technology of that was Elizabeth. Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
She is the face that launched 1,000 vids.
Yeah.
New Overwatch character exists. Our 18 plus artist. Speed. I mean, there's gotta be some record out there for the fastest not safe for work art release of a character on media. There has to, right?
To be fair, there's a whole bunch of records that they have, how do I put this, set. And as far as I'm aware, there's only one who's managed to make it to a country's parliament.
I know what you're talking about.
Wait.
Tifa really knows how to become an Italian congresswoman, can't she?
Jesus Christ!
I remember that.
I saw that coming a mile away.
So did she, apparently.
All I gotta say to that congressman, he's got good taste.
But you know, it does make me kind of wonder. Tifa really does embody a good balance between someone who is very beautiful while also a brawler archetype.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can you imagine if I make a character that has those elements too?
Honey, I'm fairly certain Safflin fits that umbrella.
You think?
Albeit on the very edge of the umbrella.
You think so? For those who need a little bit of context, chat, Safflin is one of my kid characters that came from Dione's line, which is this cutie patootie right here. She is a Mercy monk, and she is half Eladrin, and she is a She's a bit of a wallflower, sweetheart, but when combat does happen, she's not afraid to actually lay hands, when it's completely necessary. Most of the time, she just likes to actually help people and actually use, acupuncture when it comes to healing. So, yeah, there's needles involved. There's also me throwing needles involved in that situation. Let that sink in.
But honey, we both have fear of needles.
I kind of grew a little bit taller with needles, ish. What?
Was it because of phlebotomy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say you work with them.
yeah. Let's see. Thighs that can squeeze. Yeah, exactly. She's got her mother's thighs
Yes.
and her father's muscles inside them for the sake of efficiency.
I'm trying to think of it. Doesn't Fool's Gold literally have any?
Oh.
Doesn't Fool's Gold literally have an acupuncture?
I'm sorry.
thing on top
I'm that poor fucking Mercy. I just fucking. Oh god.
Ew.
Okay. Okay. Context. I'm in a match right now, and there's a Mercy on the enemy team who was ulting, and she was she was just standing in one. She was like sitting in one place, just like flying just right there, and she said hello, and everyone just started shooting at her.
Oh no!
What?
And then after she got killed, she put a sad face in the chat.
Oh no! That must be it, Fresh Bean.
Who's this fresh bean?
No, it's a cop game, so.
JC is currently playing Overwatch, and a funny thing happened in the way of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, guess who I'm playing as right now?
Genji.
Nope.
Nah.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
Hack the
I
planet.
remember when I first tried the game, Genji was one of the first ones because he actually reminded me of a Warframe.
He does he?
I'm playing Sombwa
Fair enough.
because I like how she's got her fast-paced gameplay back.
Really?
Yeah, they made it so she doesn't have infinite stealth anymore. But they also made it so they brought back her passive where she deals more she detects critically damaged enemies through walls.
I just realized I need to make Violet's tail look nice in this one. I mean, she is a Dragonborn, but I decided to go for the one that has a tail in this one. I mean,
The
I kn-
tails save lives.
I know that there is a different. I'm still trying to grasp that there's a difference between half dragons
Mercy,
and
I'm so
dragonborns. Because I know media really does depict them differently.
Grace.
What is the cat doing?
trying to grab her. Pet her.
Honey, she's like liquid when you try to grab her.
Say that to the cat in my lap.
This poor fucking Mercy.
That's because you just.
This poor fucking Mercy. I just see her just crouch walking around the corner.
Let's see.
I can't fucking.
Let's see. Mikata, I just wonder, when you play a D&D character one shot, can you make any information after you played? Put more detail that I did, put any more detail that I didn't thought of first. I guess absolutely, yeah.
Because here's the thing, that one shot can essentially be your adventurer's very first foray, their very first adventure. And it can determine whether or not
stop,
they
she's already
choose to
dead.
look at adventuring one way or another. Whether they want to go in with a party, or stick to their current one, or go to a different one, fly solo, enjoy it or see it as a necessary evil.
Yeah?
Okay, there we go. I finally I posted the picture of the new hero coming to Overwatch
Trying out
2.
for pets. All I need to do is get you on my level so I don't have to break my back petting you.
Alright. Let me take a gander real fast. Alright, so let me take a gander. Yeah, there's a very good chance a lot of not safe for work artists will work their hardest to pump some art out.
Well, what's
Over.
going on? Let me see. Let me have a look.
She's from Denmark.
Let me take a closer look at my phone.
She's from Denmark. Oh. I'm suddenly
Why
been
is that bad?
No, it reminds me of Melly, and it doesn't help that it's also a
Ellie's
redhead.
from Finland.
But Melly's Finnish.
Does that did I stutter?
Let's see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah, I'm seeing it already.
guess what her name is gonna
I
be?
am seeing
Huh?
it already.
Freya.
Freya? That's her name?
Yeah.
Freya.
Yes.
Honey, are you good? You...
That's just a very, very common name for someone, for at least a character from that region.
Just
To
name
be
her.
fair, it is a common Danish name.
It is a very common Danish name, but why can't you just go for something different like Frigg?
Well,
Because they want you to know
I don't know.
what's going on immediately, apparently.
I don't know. I like that there's finally a character in Overwatch named Freya.
Well, maybe.
I know it's a common name, but I like characters named Freya.
Just make her Frigg. It makes it a little bit different. I mean, it's a different variation of the of Freya. Yes, I know. I'm a little bit aware of my Norse mythology. What of it?
That's actually not been proven.
Yeah?
A lot of people just like commonly associate Frigg and Freya, but there's very good chance that they are actually two different Norse characters.
Then maybe. Alright, fair enough, I suppose. It has been 6 million years.
I mean, sure, like God of War and God of War Ragnarok made it seem like Freya and Frigg were completely identical, but like I don't know what that sound was.
It's Activision Blizzard. They can't do representation to save a puppy. You know what? You're not entirely wrong. Let's see. Let me go ahead.
You know, it's funny. The character that's gonna be coming after Freya, is from China.
What?
I mean, just like May, but like the interesting thing about this character is, we finally got a character that uses water.
Nah. Really?
Really. His code name is Aqua.
I love and hate that so much.
No, like I said, it's just a code name. There's not an actual like name to them yet. What?
Konosuba urges are rising.
No, not just that. It's just, of all the names, bro, you could have done something better with that.
Again, it's just a code name. There's nothing concrete yet.
Fair enough, I suppose, but still.
It's because his ability kit, it revolves around using water and stuff. I think he might be a support character. I'm not entirely sure on that. They didn't say much on the spotlight. Lucio, I'm gonna keep hacking you so you can't use those walls. Just saying.
Okay. All right, let me actually activate Pink Floyd so that's gonna actually make this much more fitting.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. That's like calling an earthbender Terra.
I mean,
now do you see why?
it's really funny you say that.
Huh? No.
Smite did that, and that's the actual name of one of the characters.
No, really? What? I'm going to have a stroke.
Please don't. That's bad for your health.
Okay, let's see. I think I managed to get most of the rough inks out of the way. I think I got most of the rough inks out of the way. We did a lot there's a lot of stuff that happened all at once. But I think I'll work on the Loki's tail once we're done refining the inks of this image. Okay, 3's too thin. 5 will do. Yep, that'll do. I don't know how far we can actually go with this, chat, but, something tells me that I'll most likely finish this thing up offline if need be, considering the fact we've been here for almost 3 hours. Jack's a dragon! Why?
Oof.
What?
It's a died of cringe.
Oh.
And that sound effect is very loud.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I mean, something tells me that if it stays loud like that, there's a chance that when I do finally do the challenge of the world's quietest stream challenge, there's a very good chance that chat will use a lot of the sound alerts, especially if that's going to be in a horror game.
Why would you do a world's quietest stream challenge?
Well, I saw Markiplier's old video again, okay? When it comes to his attempts at doing world's quietest Let's Plays.
You know what? This is fair. Those are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Has the house gremlin showed up today?
Gremlin did showed up, but she was training.
Training.
Yep.
Let me guess. With the bow.
No. Oh, Blue Patsy! Hi! Welcome! It's nice to see you again.
If I recall correctly, she was deadlifting cereal boxes.
Deadlifting cereal boxes.
Full of thermite.
For what, may I ask?
Full of thermite termites, mind you.
Alright, took care of it.
And Steve did take care of it. But yes, the reason why she's doing it is so that she could go polar bear swimming with alligators and fight said alligators, just so she could gain enough bulk to... Oh, you know what? How about you actually ask her that yourself?
Oh boy, did someone redeem it?
Yes.
It seems like it's a yes.
Oh boy. Okay, guess Miki's going into a tunnel. Gremlin!
Hello, Gremlin. What is wrong with him?
I am okay. Accidentally flattened myself in the process.
Holy shit, she's tiny and unusual.
Hey!
Are you okay, Gremlin?
Yes!
That's a sack of potatoes.
It is sack of potatoes. It's stronger this day. Heavier too. Okay.
Oh jeez.
You left House Gremlin with no choice.
No.
Huh?
No. No.
Wala
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
What? What? What happened?
I think
did we learn?
Goliath sprayed the gremlin.
Oh. Oh. That's tragic. That is tragic.
What did we learn?
That's please fight in my face!
This is a can of air.
Holy shit.
Look, you said you wanted training. I'm trying to prepare you. You get blown away by a stiff breeze.
Hey! And yes! Huskerman's trying to get Buck back! Huskerman tries to fight Crickle Man last year! Huskerman failed! Huskerman will not do that again! So, instead of fighting alligators to eat muscle and bone, Huskerman's gonna go for something bigger.
Buffalo.
Oh.
Yes, Huskerman's gonna go hunting buffalo and then eat their muscle and beef.
Oh.
Gremlin, you could eat orcas, and it still wouldn't be enough for you.
Wait! Huh? Huskerman can eat orcas?
Not legally.
What? What?
I would not recommend fighting a killer whale.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
But it sounds like a fun endeavor.
What did I just...
They are called killer whales for a reason, even though they are technically dolphins.
They are not. What?
They are closer to dolphins than whales. They're closer to dolphins than whales, I'm pretty sure.
What's a dolphin?
It is a small creature that swims through water.
Killer whales are considered.
I'm fairly certain that killer whales are considered a species of dolphin.
I just fucking looked it up. I've been living a lie my whole life.
Then Huskerman has idea then.
Oh no. Don't fight dolphins.
No! Huskerman will swim with dolphins.
That is.
That is remarkably better. As someone who has actually done that, that is much better.
And then eat them.
No, don't eat the dolphin, please. You're going to get the innkeeper cancelled. Please don't eat dolphins.
Hey guys, what did I miss?
Oh, welcome back.
The house gremlin.
Yes,
just
I didn't
threatened
realize
to
the
eat
house
a
gremlin
dolphin.
left.
The house gremlin just threatened to eat a dolphin.
What? Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah, that is why I was saying please don't eat a dolphin. You'll get the innkeeper cancelled.
Oh gods. Okay, where is my staff? There it is. Okay, hold on. Gremlin!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold the try.
No, you are staying right there, Gremlin. No.
Oh my God! Oh my.
Did we learn? Well,
But Huskerman wants to get swallowed with dolphin meat.
no.
Then what do you suggest?
Stick to buffalo.
Hey! Good. Now go back to your hole. Go back to your hole.
Holy shit.
Here. No, I got a better idea. Come here. What? You want that cartoon logic?
Am I the only one who wasn't ready for that?
Okay. Crisis is averted. Gremlin is not gonna hunt the dolphins. She's gotta do the Buffalo Regiment.
I just
I certainly
single-handedly
hope
saved the
so.
fucking game. Holy shit.
I certainly hope she doesn't hunt the dolphins. If for no other reason than a killer whale would probably not go well.
I hope not, too. I swear, I really hope that's an animatic one day.
What?
Disciplining the house gremlin again.
Oh.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we heard just like listening in the background, just like, oh.
I did not need to hear gremlin violence in the background. It's not... We only do that when if she's going to do something incredibly reckless. And doing that with dolphins is incredibly reckless. So we decided to put a stop at it before that happened. If they animate the scene, they will need to have you lose at the fight somehow. It would be hilarious. Hey! Well, maybe. Anyways, let's see. Buffalo isn't as its population has risen. Look, I think then we may have to distract House Gremlin with something else in case the buffaloes ain't working.
So I know you have American buffalo, but before I considered that, I was half thinking like, was she going to go to Africa to get buffalo and crocodile instead?
Huh? You know that's actually I never thought that actually exists.
Yeah, African buffalo are a staple.
Huh? Let's see. Buffalo literally has a nickname: Black Death and the Widowmaker. You don't want to have Gremlin fight that. What?
They are big, very angry cattle. They will mess you up.
Well, I know Gremlin wants to fight the Crinkle Man, as she puts it, but I don't think she can't be.
What?
Well, her words, not mine.
I need you to explain to me what the fuck you mean by that.
Look, apparently I managed to capture this from House Gremlin before. Apparently I managed to do some bit of screen. I managed to get a shot of what this said Crinkle Man is. Okay, let me get back to the crystal ball and just see where's the video at. Okay. Give Golem a minute or two. It might actually give us an image. Okay.
Crinkle Man.
Okay. Now let's see.
I don't know what to think about that.
There. Okay, the ball has finally showed itself. So it's now giving me an image. Okay.
Okay.
This is what House Gremlin fought back in Christmas last year. And obviously failed.
Oh.
Hey, listen. Yes, KJ? Let's see. I guess I must have missed a message, or maybe if I miss a message, let me know, okay? But yes, House Gremlin fought that and obviously failed, okay?
Okay.
Yeah! Something's also weird happens in the paper plate egg. Okay. I'm just hoping nothing bad absolutely comes after that. For sure. Deadass, I hope not. And Villain of Legend, hi, welcome back. Welcome back to the Paper Plane Inn. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Or they post after the alert. Ah, there it is. Hope you happy Valentine's Day. Oh, thank you so very much. Why do I have the feeling that House Gremlin thinks they can fight God while being 4 foot negative and not being able to fight their way out of a
4 foot
paper-
negative.
I mean, that's kind of generous considering the fact that Gremlin usually stands tall at 1'6". I say tall with quotation marks. Considering the fact that Gremlin usually just squats or crouches, whatever you describes the way she does that to herself. I've yet to see the day where she actually just stands up, but if that were to be the case, I don't know if anyone will be prepared for that. Okay, so let me go ahead and take care of these. I don't know if we'll ever get these things done in time, chat, so we'll just do the best we can for now, and the rest of this will have to be done offline. Considering the fact that it's almost 5 here on my end. Is the image in the guy at the bottom left, Violet's boyfriend? Funny that you kind of mentioned that, KJ. This is, another character of mine called Loki, which is, another character who is also featured in the Mario D&D campaign. He has been breadcrumbed, he has been hinted and breadcrumbed to that he is Violet's, childhood friend. And, let's see. But everyone can see from a mile away of the development that's happening between these two when Violet came back to the Beefy Kingdom. Loki Kong, yeah, that's his actual name. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and work on this. Let's see. I ship it. It's one of the best romances with friends to lovers. You know, of my time when it comes to D&D, I have yet to actually experience the friendship, the enemies to lovers kind of trope, if you will. Because
No. Sorry. What I was going to say, the main problem with doing enemies to lovers is you have to start out as enemies, right? Which makes it a bit awkward at first.
it would be a little bit awkward at first, but if the playout is properly right, then I'm sure it'll actually be one of the romances that would be well done, if you will. I wondered, of what would have been when it comes to some characters that I have, especially with Fergus and Ness. But part of me wonders if they would actually fall under that category in a sense. I don't know. I'm not the one that I don't know. It's just pure speculation. And it's not. And it's Alabaster's fault, who actually has to write him down with the depth of a puddle, whereas everyone else actually has more development, and that's kind of not very nice, if you will. It gets tiring after a while. Does that make it more sense? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I also want to say to anybody single here that friendship and familial love is valid too. Exactly. Here in the inn, we actually it's not just romantic love that we celebrate, but we also celebrate the importance. But we also celebrate unconditional love, platonic love, as well as familial love here. That way, nobody actually gets feeling left out. Let's see.
Oh, something new. Oh, this is so sweet.
Huh?
So, Marvel Rivals released a new set of skins, I think yesterday.
Yeah?
It's Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman in wedding clothes.
Oh, that is so sweet!
Oh god, that reminds me of what I clipped from the last session.
Huh?
Hang on, let me go and grab it real quick so I can show JC. Get his reaction, because this is going to be good. And Bio is never going to forgive me for this.
What? What did you do? What are you cooking?
Oh, I cooked already. You remember his little, Freudian slip?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a clip of it.
Era Ace for life. And you know what? We also love our Era Ace people here too.
Here you go.
Now, this inn is not only a place where I also want to let you guys know that this inn is also a place where people in the LGBTQ community are also very welcome to be safe in.
I DM'd it to you, JC.
Oh boy.
Because as a bisexual polyamorous woman, I want my queer friends to also be safe too. They also have a good time. Does that make more sense? Okay, let's see. What else am I? Okay. Whew! Alright. It's slowly coming together. Slowly. I mean, Violet and Loki this is gonna be a big piece. This is really gonna be a big splash piece.
Holy shit!
Hmm?
Wow.
Was that honey?
Wow, dude.
The shifts as long as I've had them and coming home exhausted. I haven't
Wow,
seen
that's actually really funny.
Well, as someone who has today, go ahead and have your shower, honey.
anything.
Okay.
Alright. You still, I know that the steaks I got are very small, but do you still want the steak and potatoes for dinner?
I do, but there's also the tavern in case you want to do that.
Oh, I love that! Let's see. Apparently there's a bit of controversy with those Marvel, rival skids, since you apparently get them for free by joining specific streams. People have been going AFK and then getting banned. Though to be fair, that's kind of the player's fault. Don't AFK.
Yeah.
Well, that's their fault, not the fault of the developers.
All right, why not? Thank you so very much for coming.
Anyway, I'm actually gonna share a couple pictures of the skins in question.
All right.
Yeah, but did you know what they did with the models for Marvel Rivals?
Hmm.
They kind of modeled things on them.
Ah.
Oh, yes, I remember
They went
hearing
ahead
that.
like, we know this is gonna happen, so they kind of went under the board and like, we know this is gonna happen. We might as well make things easier for them.
And you know what? If that's not the biggest kudos a developer has to its community, I don't know.
No, this was done under the board, hun.
Oh, but still, that is big props, big balls.
Yeah. Big something.
Okay, I need to head off for my D&D game.
Love you,
All right, love you, hon. Go get your shower, and you too, Dave. You have a good game.
Thank you, much appreciated. Cheers all.
Does Dave have a game?
Yeah, he's got a D&D game today.
Nice.
Take care. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Also, can we go one game without with conventional attractive characters without nudity mods? Oh, who am I kidding? The internet is for porn.
Yep.
I mean, you know, as the saying goes, sex sells. I mean, I recently just released out a pinup of my character Rose for Valentine's Day, and I only released one half of the two image pack. The other one is just in my Patreon. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people who actually are surprised of that. And I think after that, I still want to follow with what I have in mind on yesterday, if you will.
Before I forget,
Yes, dear?
want to see something in the beard?
Hmm?
I noticed something in my beard.
What's that?
Look close.
Did you trim it?
No.
Did you grow it?
No. Well, yeah, it's my plan on doing something like that, but I could be wrong. But I think I saw some gray hairs.
Oh.
I'm already getting salty.
Oh no!
I could be wrong because I'm blonde and it's hard to tell. But
I still love you! Hey. Look, I think when one day, chat, I hope that one day, chat, you will also find someone who is also compliments your goofiness. Because I sure have fun with mine. Maybe that is my takeaway when it comes to that, exchange. Sure, I think it might be better to find someone who actually makes you feel more comfortable on your own skin. Okay. And, make you feel comfortable with your own skin, make you happy, and actually respects you the way that you are. Because there's gonna be a lot of heartache and pain for trying to make something work when the other person doesn't give their other half, if you will. And I want everyone to, and trust me, as someone who went through that basically 10 years ago, it's not worth it. It's absolutely, it's not worth it. It's absolutely heartbreaking. It doesn't help that the significant other I was dating at the time is basically an incel. But it was with Steve, my relationship with Steve, I realized he has my share of goofiness. I get to be as loud as expressive. I also get to be as affectionate as I can be. And yeah, you find someone who matches your energy and matches with your and find someone who matches you with your energy, respects you as you are, and treats you well. And I think that's also what makes this work when it comes to Violet and Loki. That, yeah, they are both very different. They come from different backgrounds, but Loki, at the end of the day, actually respects Violet for the way she is. And is patient for her. And is actually being a goofball for her, but that's because she had to go through a hard life. Considering the fact with what she has to grow up with, if you will. So yeah, even though you might find someone who is different, make sure they also have some core beliefs and core beliefs and core attitudes in order to make it work. That's my TED Talk.
There you go. Also, Miki, I posted the picture.
Sure. Just give me a hot minute, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is just too cute. That is
They're
really
legendary
too
skins
cute.
too, so they have their own like special effects for their different abilities and stuff.
Still, that is too cute. I really need to figure out what should I actually do when it comes to this year's June Brides, because the first year of June Brides, I did Dione, Joe, Aaliyah, and Nessa. Second year of June Brides, I did Mira. I did and I also include Mary in year 1. Year 2, I have done Mira, I have done Melanthe.
I missed out on that.
And let's see, going back to drawings, June Brides. In year 2, which is last year, I did Melanthe, Mira, Rose, Celine, and Violette. I need to figure out who should I put into the lineup for year 3 of June Brides. Cause that's gonna be a headache that, oh boy, is Nui gonna have to go through.
I missed out on getting Mary. Sad.
Aw. I'm still surprised that Mary is basically, the one thing. I'm surprised you really did like Mary to this day.
Of course.
Let's see.
Fucking- Her design is beautiful. She's got what I gather, she's got a pretty good backstory. Fucking. And plus, she's just so fucking cute.
Alright, alright.
Anyway,
Oh, you good?
yeah, I'm good.
You almost hucked Tua, didn't you?
No, God, no. Fuck, no, fuck. Why would you say that? Oh God, no.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You almost
just
sound
make
like you.
weird. I just make weird sounds
You
sometimes.
almost had a stroke for a minute there. Okay, so let's see.
Anyway, Marvel Rivals, fun game.
Let's see. Maybe June brides from your monster dating sim? That's actually not a bad idea.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, let's see. Let me bring them back. Let me bring them back up again. So, yeah. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. You mean these guys, if you will? Let's see, cause I've made like, no, that's how I'm not supposed to. There we go. Let's see, I made like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, that's not a bad idea when it comes to doing the June Brides lineup, but this time with, the Hollows Grove cast.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because there's Cowrie, there's Flannery, there's also there's also Lucy, and there's also oh crap. Okay, Nyla. Yep, that's the one. That's like 4 of them so far. The mummy and my tiefling are my favorites. You mean succubus in this case. Lucy is a tomboy succubus, and she actually intends to be hard working at it, so she can actually dissuade the stereotype how succubus are usually just, you know, always sex oriented. Okay, so let me go ahead and start doing the spines on Violette. Okay, and oh, there's also more spines here. Okay, there's also more for the curve there. Wait a minute, hold on.
I am still so glad that they got Nolan North to voice Rocket Raccoon in Rivals.
I still can't. I'm sorry, but when I hear Nolan North, all I can actually remember is just that, you know, Mac freaking Marasmus. So imagine Rocket Raccoon wearing Marasmus's outfit. Let that sink in. Okay. Okay, let's see. Succubi are always sex oriented, and yeah, and to that's an offensive stereotype. Eh. Let's see. But I think of the monster waifus that I designed for Hollows Grove. Nyla will be among the ones who is on the intense scale of things. Anyways, okay, let me go ahead and actually start working on the spines. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me look at where Violet's spine's placement is at. Because I'm trying to take into consideration with the fact that with Violet's spines, there's a very good chance if she coils them on, if she coils her tail on somebody, it might hurt them. Okay. Not bad. We gotta take a proper placement for these spines, people. There we go. Let's see. I think we'll only do about this much for now, considering the fact that we've been streaming for 3 hours, and I'm getting tired. But, this is starting to look really good. Oh, hold on. It's not Violet when I actually do not do the half face treatment there, and the scale placement. Oh, Cracker Jacks. Because
I was so expecting you to say crap baskets.
Well, that too, but not sure which one of the two sounds much more fun to use.
Oh,
Alright, there we go.
crap baskets. Oh, you say that too.
I guess we'll do this for the time. I think we'll take a break from this for the time being. So we're just gonna take a break for the time being. I'll do this offline, and I think that'll be it for today. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
Okay.
I've been screaming for 3 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a lovely bunch this time. You know what? Let's see. Let's actually roll for it, chat.
Oh.
Alright, so let's see. What is Melissa? No, wait.
Hey!
Okay, let me. Yes, Jaxa Dragon? Let's see. What did you say? Rocket with a Bombonomicon? Yep. Let's see. Let's see. 1 is Reviewer. 2 is Melissa. 3 is RNGesus. 4 is Eldritch Grandpa. 5 is Lumi Celestine. And 6 is Red Claw. Let's go. Okay. 1 is Reviewer, 2 is Melissa, 3 is RNGesus.
Oh boy.
So let's actually go ahead and start rating for RNGesus. But first, Happy Valentine's Day. That's gonna be our raid message for today. And here is the message. Don't forget to copy that thing on your way out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready and raid RNGesus. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and actually help me out and watch the stream. I am so happy to have you guys here, and this is going to be our last stream for this week. Join me by next week where we do streaming a little bit more before Steve and I disappear to Louisiana for a good week-ish for our anniversary.
Oh, you're going to Louisiana?
Yep. So this is going to be a fun
wish
trip.
I could go. That's where my partner is.
Aww. Hey, I'm sure that they will miss you too. But yes, I hope to actually see you guys next time here in the Paper Plane Inn. May y'all have a good night. May y'all eat well and rest well. And I'll see you guys next time in the Paper Plane Inn. Take care!
See ya, everybody.